I was never a WCW person. So I wasn't, we didn't really have WW or WCW when I was growing up. So it wasn't one of those people where I was like, oh my God, Goldberg's back. Much respect to him, and everything like that. But it's not somebody that I was watching going, I can't wait for him to come.
I know somebody you were watching probably, this past Saturday, Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah.
And obviously, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to see the fight?
I did, yeah. The whole card was amazing.
Well, yeah, the whole card was, but I was just like, man, I really thought Eddie Alvarez was going to bring more than he did.
Yeah.
And Conor looked so much bigger than him.
Yes, and his reach was so much longer. It was like watching two people in different weight class, I thought.
So, are you an MMA fan to begin with?
Oh, huge MMA fan.
How long have you been watching?
Yeah, probably... When did I was watching it with Tito Ortiz and Randy Couture and everything like that. Yeah, a long time.
So what do you think about Ronda Rousey coming back to fight Amanda Nunes, who, as you've seen, is she's a badass, good hands. Her ground game is going to be good with the jiu-jitsu background. And I think her hands are going to be so good. You know, it was like Holly Holm was almost unspectacular in all of her victories until she got in the ring with Ronda and she looked like a superstar.
Yeah.
And then she got beat. She's been 0-2 or 3, whatever it's been since the Ronda Rousey fight. But so what do you think about Ronda being out a year but coming back to face Amanda Nunes, who's pretty dangerous?
Nunes is a beast.
Yes.
Nunes is a beast. I'm a Ronda Rousey fan, but
oh, I am too. I'm an MMA fan, but it's a great story. I'm glad she's coming back after a year. She's had some down times. I'm just wondering how she's going to handle, you know, the storm that Amanda Nunes is going to be and what state of mind she's going to be in with, you know, that was a pretty devastating loss and being gone a year.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you know, I guess they would have octagon rust just like ring rust with respect. I mean, you're still going to have your training camp. And, you know, she's a badass to begin with, but I wonder what she'll change, because I would think, you know, after being defeated by someone with good hands and going to face a year later someone with good hands, you know, what she will do.
I think she's going to be working on her striking the entire time, and I think she's had a year to work on it. My money is on Amanda Nunes, though. She is a beast. And I think if she can, and that's the thing, but once Ronda gets somebody down, you know.
One thing about Ronda is, you know, what I love about her mean streak. It's a mile wide and it's 3 feet wide and a mile long. And if she does get her hands on her, I mean, it was like when Misha Tate used to fight her, and almost Misha, that one fight just kept running at her, and every time she came, Ronda would throw her down. And so I was like, what are you thinking? So, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting story.
And that's the thing, because even going back to Conor and Alvarez, Alvarez put up on his Instagram post later that he had a game plan and he just didn't stick to the game plan. You know, so sometimes I think you can go in there with an idea. You think, in saying that, you think Conor got in his head? Because he did look out of it. I think Conor wins the fight before he gets in the octagon.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Conor. He's so good at running his mouth.
And he's a badass too.
He is a badass, and he backs it up. But
when you mentally mess somebody's head up, which I agree with you, he does.
Yeah.
I don't think Eddie knew where he should have wound his watch on that fight.
Yeah, and I think actually Ronda was pretty decent at that too. You know.
Well, I was there when she fought. I guess it was Sarah McMahon and you know, an Olympic level wrestler, and she looked nervous just getting into the octagon. And then here comes Ronda, what I call it BMF walk, and she storms to the ring. And this is when she had that 7 or 8 fight win streak, and everything was an armbar. And it's like, you know, I just think people were just almost were scared shitless.
Absolutely, and I think people didn't know how to beat her. And then once one person shows that somebody can be beaten,
it's a code breaker.
It's
a code breaker. But I think she had a ferocity about her, and just when she got her hands on you, I think she has that crazy strength. I mean, I don't think she spends a lot of time bench pressing and stuff like that, but she's just incredibly, with that judo background and that base, she can do bad things to people if she wants to.
Yeah.
But going back to the Amanda Nunes fight, I watch every pay-per-view anyway, but it would be epic if she could win her title back.
Yeah.
It'd be a good story.
It would be that comeback, that Rocky Balboa.
What are you going to do when you leave here?